It's interesting also when you start talking about Redmond Ridge. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Redmond Ridge. Redmond Ridge is a bedroom community in unincorporated King County, the Redmond Ridge greater area and Trilogy that are in there. So they're very similar to Sammamish in that they're bedroom communities. And as was mentioned previously, they want to put in the largest production facility in the United States for legal marijuana, which is interesting because aside from being in a bedroom community and the message again it's sending to the community, you also have issues that have come out in Colorado as far as health issues, odors, and are you going to be breathing the carcinogens in the proximity of it. 2 years prior, the King County Council had backed away under pressure from the citizens that they were not going to do it. At that time, they were told they would never revisit it. 2 years later, they come back, and it was primarily one King County Council member that was pushing it, not in his district, to have this put up because it will be significant revenue. And so now the dance of politics and the citizenships are back into play because the King County Council member representing our area, Kathy Lambert, is opposed to it. Our State Senator Andy Hill, myself, and others are opposed to it. But it's the outside influences that don't want it in their backyard, but want to put it into an area that is, like Sammamish, 90% plus single family bedroom communities, and your demographics represent like ours does. It's almost adjoining us, where we have the youngest population in the state of Washington, in the city of Washington, percentage-wise. 1/3 of our population is under 18. So how that decision process comes forward is something that has to be looked at. And why was it allowed? If you go back to look at the incorporation in the Growth Management Act, those areas were supposed to be specifically exempted and maintain the character of bedroom communities. And now King County itself is turning around and trying to change that. And that's where the local officials have to be held accountable. The only problem is your local official is supporting you and you're fighting against the system. In the city of Sammamish, but also Newcastle had the same determination and others, we saw that the average household will, with Sound Transit 2 and Sound Transit 3 taxes, pay $1,000 annually extra in taxes for this, for the rest of our lives, because it doesn't necessarily stop at 25 years. It can continue permanently under the way the legislature has it. And in return, Sammamish, which has a bigger population than Redmond, bigger population than Issaquah, 63,000, gets nothing. In fact, they're going to degrade our bus services that we have currently as a return for it. So that's infuriating quite a bit, a number of people. A couple of years ago, we had King County Proposition 1, which dealt with the bus services. I don't know how many of you remember the Metro, when they wanted to charge extra taxes for Metro. And a lot of cities and politicians voted for that in support of it. I have to say I was 6-1. I was the opposition, voted no. 75% of all the cities in the east side voted against the populations, sending the message that we're tired of just writing checks.